The Whine and Cheese show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheeese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved and contains content not suitable for anyone.
G'day and welcome to Season 1, Episode 35 of the Whine and Cheese and the Metaverses show.
Today, we talked to Elijah from the Real Node LA about how he came into the Metaverse, what he does outside of the Metaverse, his current Upland projects, and what he has planned for the future.
So put on your hoodie, slide into your ride, punch in a course to Ithaca, LA, and get ready to get real in another droning on episode of
The worst show ever.
Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Cheese.
One is a wanker, one's slinging stunts. One's from Australia, one's from the Bronx. Talking about the Metaverse and NFTs. Interviewing all the real crypto G's.
Hello, welcome to the Whine and Cheese and the Metaverses show. This is episode 35. We're here with Elijah from the Real Node LA. He's going to be a guest host talking about some really cool articles we found. We're going to announce a big contest that Locky is doing, and we're going to give a lot of details about that. But for the actual entry and how to enter, you have to check that out on the UDU podcast. And then we're going to learn all about Elijah and his project.
Absolutely.
How you doing, Elijah?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing today?
Not bad. Well, Ben's a bit cranky, but he's always cranky this early in the morning.
Oh,
Okay.
but why? Go on, explain. You can't just drop that.
Why? You woke up early as shit. I keep forgetting we could curse on here. Well, I mean, I'll try not to do so much, but you woke up mad early for whatever reason. I kept telling you to go back to sleep, and then what else? What else happened to you?
No, I was just up at 1:45 a.m. so I could check if it was worth getting up at 2 a.m. to buy Spark for Upland.
Oh,
So,
were you in it?
luckily I was. Yeah, the first time ever I've had a good spot for all of the ones, but I just managed to grab one Spark.
Nice.
I wanted to pull the trigger to round off to a nice number, but I backed away slowly. But the way my brain works, once I wake up and turn things on, and with the amount of projects we've got going on and that sort of thing, once the old cogs are ticking, there's no just, okay, I'll just go back to sleep now. That just ain't gonna happen. So, especially because I had to be up at 4:30 a.m. anyway to get ready for this. So, not really worth it.
It's 3 hours though. That's prime real estate sleep.
All I'm going to do is lay down in the bed and roll around thinking I should be doing some work. So I might as well just get up and do some stuff.
Well, we got a lot of. Are you a morning or a night person, Elijah?
I'm a morning person, but now Spark Week, I'm hunting throughout the night, so that's having me sleepy too.
I'm a night person. I don't know how Ben does it. I don't know how he wakes up so early for this stuff. I hail to you, and I'm glad you do it because I can't do this by myself. So thank you. Do you have anything you want to say, Ben, before we get into the biased, very, very biased opinions about these articles?
Maybe I'd just like to touch on that Mercedes NFT thing first up, because I'd like to check back into that later on. I assume you set me up. No, you haven't given me a share screen.
Oh shit! All right, hold on.
Come on, lady, get your act together.
Hey, all right,
The
you got
patience
it.
is thin today.
Oh my God! Don't make me throw a shoe at you.
This one, but not that one. This one. Okay. So yeah, we've been talking about this the last couple of weeks on both the Whine and Cheese show and the UDU podcast show. That if you didn't see, the Mercedes Formula One team has essentially auctioned off via an NFT by the FTX US marketplace. Both the rear wings of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell's car, they've already sold. What did they sell for? You remember what I said?
No,
35 Ethereum or something?
maybe.
So $70,000, where this is a full-size replica of the Mercedes Formula One car, and it's done in this very killer, NFT artwork kind of.
Oh
skin
shit,
or whatever you call it.
125.
Yeah, so that's the current bid's 125 Ethereum, which at current price is about 250,000 US dollars, and it's got 2 hours remaining. So I keep saying we'll check back in at the end of the show, and I forget. So if somebody remind me before we clock off to see where we're at. So yeah,
Wow.
125 ETH. Woohoo!
And you get a whole car.
You get the actual replica Formula One car. I would assume that doesn't include shipping costs, but who knows? And yeah,
imagine.
of course, you get an NFT associated with it as well. But
I can imagine that parked on my block back in the Bronx.
oh, yeah. That's some big money though, 250K.
They had some really nice cars though, like right there in Morris Park. Oh my God. I got to show you one day. I took some pictures. I mean, not that nice, but nice.
Cool. All right, over to you. What do you got for us? Something about...
I got a brush if you don't put on a freaking smile and stop getting saucy
I got a
with
feeling
me.
I'm going to be getting plenty of brushes today.
All right, so let's get into the articles. Hold on, uno momento. Don't you dare rush me. I will kill you. All right.
Now you've frozen up. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that a
This.
mouse pad?
Yes, it looks just like a mouse pad. There have been many jokes about this. The Apple Car could feature VR technology and no windows.
Yeah, so if you're just listening on the Spotify, there is I guess it's kind of a futuristic car, but it just looks like a mouse pad with wheels, black mouse pad with wheels.
Yeah, so basically you're going to have a VR set and you will see the outside through the VR set.
No, thank you.
I would do it. I don't drive. I can't drive. I mean, coming from New York, you don't really have to, unless you live up like upstate, which is Yonkers, which is not really upstate, but we call it upstate.
Yeah, the seat position.
Huh?
Look at the seat position diagram they've got there.
Yeah, it's the patent. That's the patent.
That's bizarre. So it's like the whole front windscreen and the whole roof is like a display screen or something from the inside. Because why else would you lay your chair back that far? How bizarre.
Yeah.
He's wearing goggles though.
He's wearing goggles.
What the?
That's true.
Oh, that's just creepy. So is this a concept thing or is it actually in production or?
Well, Apple is expected to launch its long-awaited self-driving car sometime around 2025.
Gosh, that's not that far away.
It's not that far away. But you know how people are. It's like, 2025. And then it gets to 2025 and like, we need another 2 years and blah, blah, blah. This and that.
I was talking about that through the week. What have I got? Feature creep. That's what that's called. Yeah.
And this ties into this. Well, actually, let's go back to this. Elijah, what do you think of this? Would you get something like this? Would something like this be something you would be interested in?
Yeah, I think we can do something like that. I think that could be practically applied after long days of work. You just get in the car, put your goggles on, and if it's legal, just to relax.
Exactly.
Make a few phone calls, as long as it's not going fast, something out of control. But if it's, respectable speeds and maybe the cars can't crash into each other because some sort of magnetic force, electromagnetic force, then I'd be comfortable with it.
I would too.
My commute's like 5 minutes, so it wouldn't be worth me getting one. And I get frustrated that there's one turn in my 5 minute commute that can be backed up a bit, and I get angry with that. So I don't know how people like commute for hours every day.
I used to commute an hour and a half to work and an hour and a half back home.
Gosh, that's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, you can't live in a city; it's too expensive, but it's good to work there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people are going to fall asleep in that? So I think it's probably designed for you to fall asleep in. So you probably grab a nap on the way home. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, right. You
Unless
get go ahead.
Unless you can attach one of those haptic kissing things we were looking at the other week. Who
Oh,
knows?
So all right. So in case you didn't see that one, Elijah, it's a headset that blows air on different parts of your mouth to simulate kissing in VR.
well, however
Yeah,
you
and it
have to
was-
relax. However you, it'll be a relaxing ride. One way or the other.
Whatever does it for you, absolutely.
And this ties into this article. Google wants to deliver world scale AR using Google Maps.
I've seen a few people posting this, how it's going to mesh all of the street view images with AI or something. Is that what this is about?
Well,
Yeah.
so what you get is an experience that uses terrain anchors, 3D building geometry, and geometric anchors that can be used to bring a landmark to life or give you directions to the closest pizza shop. A more detailed map experience that allows you to gain a closer look at buildings details, learn about cool underground music venues, and discover locations off the beaten path, and have a cup of coffee. So basically, instead of looking on your phone, you put on the glasses and it'll kind of like mark everything for you, where everything is. And it'll say, oh, FYI, down here is a really cool, like undercover jazz venue or something that, nobody really knows about, and sort of thing.
So does that say glasses, not goggles? So we're talking about, it says AR, so it's more like an overlay that you're going to be seeing rather than you're not watching a screen.
Exactly.
It can overlay.
What I
Yep,
said.
it can.
Excellent.
One thing I noticed about that, I wanted to just say one thing I noticed about that new immersive Google that's coming out, because I remember the day they launched it. If you notice in our Upland portfolio, in your portfolio, you have Street View. So when you click on that Street View, it's backfed by Google. So Google can actually all of a sudden change the Street View that's in Upland with this new immersion. Because there's some street views in Upland already that are partially immersive, where you can kind of click and go through, but you're in a building and you're not necessarily on the street. So I can see, so that may change, add a little dash of utility to the properties just on a humble.
And that's a good point, because like I'm actually really happy that we have the the user interface we do have in Upland through Google, because Google is only going to evolve and adapt and get better. And once the glasses come out, it's just going to be great. There's some, like you said, Elijah, there's some places in the Google Maps through Upland where you can walk in and check out the whole store. There's this like antique store that I was looking through with Banana one time, and we went through all the different floors of it, and it was huge. So that would be so cool. And I'm glad that they're using Google technology for this.
I think that image is just a bit misleading or something. It almost looks like what's that Google Cardboard thing you can get? That's like a headset you can put on.
Well, they say right here, Google's AR glasses. So whether it's a headset or glasses, doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. I'm sure I'm going to buy it. More than positive, I'll buy it. But I think it's cool. And
I wonder when
this.
the first prototype's going to come in. Well, there you go. That's a good segue too. Well done.
AR tech could disrupt the gambling industry. Now, this is perfect for like this Vegas trip. I don't think it's going to be anywhere before it won't be ready for us when we get there. So who needs luck when you have technology? Basically, it'll be glasses and it'll tell you kind of your odds on winning. With
if you're listening, there's a picture where somebody's looking at their cards on the table, and there's an overlay that shows is that the win percentage chance, Cheese? Is it?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so somebody's flipping through some cards. That's crazy.
Gotta get kicked out of
Crazy.
casinos real fast.
Yes.
Now this is a Kickstarter. So this is pretty cool because it's like community driven and created. This video was shared by Dev Khanna, founder of a digital storytelling agency called DG Saga. In the tweet, Khanna credits blah, 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 blah. Hints at the use of machine learning and 5G technology.
It's
So
weird
this
that
is
they're kind of
the-
advertising it for that because the casinos will be all over it. You think that'd be something that you'd develop to make yourself a millionaire, not run a Kickstarter and then it's going to get out there and it'll be shut down before it begins.
Yeah, but like, it's sort of like, why do it yourself when you could basically just make money on the idea? Like, what if the person isn't a gambler?
Yeah, true.
And I wonder now if you're going to have to bring in a prescription going forward in the future to casinos for glasses you wear. They're going to say, let me check your prescription, or they're going to check your glasses to make sure.
Absolutely.
I bet you can become poised to that, like acclimated to the percentages, and wearing it after a while, you'll start to get used to it and won't need them after a while, and you'll just be able to remember that those two, that Jack and that 5 is a 30-something%. That's something serious.
True that. Well, 44.7.
Yeah.
All right, let's see this. Regardless of whether or not the filter is real, it does bring up several interesting questions about the future of gambling and immersive technology. As shown in the video, AR in particular has the potential to disrupt the casino industry by offering tech-savvy players a leg up on the dealer. That is, if they're able to use their smartphone or headset without being noticed. Card counting is legally permitted under federal, state, and local laws in the United States, so long as you don't use an external card counting device or receive help from another person. That said, as AR continues to evolve, so too will the design of the devices themselves. Casino security could have no trouble spotting a Magic Leap 2 or Microsoft HoloLens 2 headset at the table, but it won't be that easy forever. Snapchat Spectacles AR glasses, for instance, ooh, I gotta check those out, offer surprisingly complex AR experience despite its relatively discreet design. We'll have more information on spectacles. I'd like to check that out.
What's the laws or whatever in American casinos? I know here, the last time I was in a casino in Australia was probably, I don't know, 15 years ago, but I remember we had the old, like the proper digital camera, and we got it out to take a selfie essentially, and there was security on us within seconds of me pulling the camera out. They're like, no, you can't take photos in here, mate. So I imagine that's gotten even worse with smartphones and that sort of stuff. Is that the same in the States?
Well, I mean, it depends on where you're taking the picture. If you're right next to a table, then they do get, a bit cautious about it, because they have to make sure you're not like streaming to somebody else who's in front.
No, we were miles away from anything. We were just kind of sitting down somewhere, but they were just all over it. No cameras, mate.
No, they're fine. Like when I went on my cruises, and I even asked if you go to the tables early, and I was like, hey, can I take a picture of you with the table? Because we went during Halloween and they were dressed up and they looked so cute, and they were like, oh yeah, and they were like, like posing on the table. So yeah, maybe it's just a little more relaxed here.
Cool. Well, you're definitely not going to sneak into the casino with those glasses on that are showing there. That's like the chick's got 4 eyes.
Well, it said that it was
spider.
Yeah, it looks cool. It kind of looks like those I know Ben hasn't, but Elijah, are you a video gamer?
I am. I play a little bit.
Have you played Cyberpunk?
No, but I've seen artwork.
Oh, okay. So there's a faction in there which you can't team up with, which sucks. But they have like the eyes all over. Like they have like
Okay.
6 eyes, and that kind of looks like it. So that's really cool.
I was thinking she was giving off the Halle Berry vibes from that James Bond movie.
Oh, with the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
The
bit. Yep.
camera. Yeah, they said that this looked inconspicuous, but you're right, Ben. This looks very obvious.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. I was thinking like a little pin speck or something like that.
Yeah.
No, that's like very obvious.
Oh, look at this. This is what it could do.
So I don't even know how to describe what's happening there.
So basically it's a camera on your glasses, and you're able to do 3D pictures with it and video as you go, and add emoticons within and filters.
Kind of getting Black Mirror vibes from that a little bit.
I love it.
Like
I love it.
that rewind episode, you know? Do you remember
I
that
love
one?
Black Mirror.
People having arguments and rewinding.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? I would love that, because I forget things a lot. And if Sully was ever like, oh, you did this and like it hurt or whatever, I didn't like it, I'd be like, oh, show me so I could like learn from it, sort of thing. Because then it would just go over my head.
Yep.
This is cool though. I kind of want them. I wonder how much they cost. Oh, spectacles.com. I'm just going into a rabbit hole right now. You can't stop me, Ben. Oh, these look even better.
That's a bit more.
Wow.
They wouldn't look bad with a hoodie.
Hell
They wouldn't
yeah.
look bad with a hoodie.
So yeah, they're just some black kind of almost Ray-Bandy kind of looking things. Futuristic.
Wow. Yeah,
next
look at
generation spectacles.
in
Yeah,
little
that's
tins.
a lot more conspicuous. Like jet black glasses. Yeah, those ones. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you're just listening, you gotta. Well, we'll put the link in the description anyway. So go over and check it out. It's kind of hilarious.
Oh, here's the prices. I'm so blind. $380.
So they're available now. Wow.
I can't, but this doesn't look like
380s.
this. Oh, this is the next generation.
Oh, okay. Still to come. Yeah.
Yeah, these are nice. I like this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 380s. Whew. It's a bit pricey, but it's not
That's
too
cheap.
ridiculous.
Would you sport these, Elijah?
The first ones I would. The second ones are more like Morpheus. So the second ones are in honor of Morpheus from the Matrix. I could maybe, but
That's true. That's true.
I could do the first ones more with a hoodie and a face mask. You know, I'm going to the store. I put my face mask on and a hoodie.
It'd be like Future Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be like, whoa, where'd you get those, man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Too
Oh,
pricey
look,
for me.
that's
I
good.
get my sunglasses from Kmart for $10.
I have my sunglasses I put into my glasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
At
to do that
Walmart.
pretty soon too.
Hey, yeah, high five, Ben.
Nice.
Leave me hanging, you bastard. Create the world you want to see.
Yeah, no, the second gen
Oh,
ones definitely. I think.
Oh, they are
I'd-
AR. That's
I'd
full
wait for
AR right
those.
there. I think I like
Yeah.
those.
those are cool.
So that's got AR plus video picture recording capabilities by the looks of it.
Wow.
And if you look
Yeah.
at the side, it's got that 3D color. Remember the red and the green?
The stereoscopic. That's what it. Yep.
Wow.
I like those actually.
Yeah, me too. We got to get these, Elijah.
Yeah, I think it has to go down. 300K upics. Would they want the 300,000 upics for those?
300,000 uppics. Hey.
You price everything in UpX, do you? That's the mental equation you have to do. Nice.
It's awesome. That is awesome. I think we're finished up with this, but I'd like to quickly get into a cool contest that all All right, so wait, let me get out of this. Boop. So Lucky UDU member, he won the 3D ornament contest with the Miles into the Metaverse design that he worked with CMAVs on. CMAVs created it, and he wants to celebrate, which is really freaking cool. They're giving away 5 pre-built New York City townhouses to the community through MVE, Whine and Cheese, and 4 other Upland YouTube influencer channels. Those YouTube influencer channels are the UPX podcast, Radish Head, Slingshot Futures, and Blood Spirit. And this was also featured on the Upland.me Twitter page this past Wednesday. So it's very recent. I'm actually going to show you what the townhouse looks like. It's really freaking cool.
Sounds like there was some new terminology in there. What are they calling it? Upfluencers or something? I thought that was pretty funny.
Upfluencer. Yeah, that is pretty funny. So this is the beautiful Bronx townhouse on 2224 Lodovick Avenue. 70 UP2 size, very nice. And you get a building right on top of it, which is really awesome.
Very cool. For
Very
free.
For free. Can't beat free. Just wanted to show the Twitter Metatopian Future at Metatopian Future. You can follow them to get more information. That's Lockie's. Do you own Upland NFL PA Legit? You can now sell your blah, blah, blah. That's his shop. Help us spread the word. That is his NFL PA Legit shop. It tells you exactly where it is. You could do that for more information. And this is the this is what Upland featured on their thing. And it just shows you the really cool Miles in the Universe thingy, that one. It's really
They must be
cool.
coming out soon, I would imagine, leading up
I
to
hope
Genesis
so.
Week.
Yeah.
More building ornaments on the way.
Now I'm gonna tell you how to win this right now. You ready? Tune in next week for the UDU podcast to win this property with a townhouse on it. Tune into the UDU podcast this Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PT live, or catch the recording, and we'll tell you how to win this.
Yes, but remember, if you join in live, you can also go in the running for the 1 million UPEX prize. So
How good would that be for Genesis Week?
good for somebody, not good for me.
Not good for you. I can't wait to see your face.
Yes.
Yes. And is there anything you want to add, Ben? Or can we pour us a nice hot cup of Elijah coffee?
I just wanted to briefly touch on that post I put out last night in regards to nodes. We are still seeing some different projects getting thrown out here, there, and everywhere. And I mean, the terminology is becoming a bit elastic. Maybe it's just me getting my panties in a twist. But
Why they gotta be panties?
What's that?
Why they gotta be panties? Why can't they be underwear?
I don't know. It's just a saying. My underwear in a twist.
There you go.
My boxer shorts in a twist. Whatever the hell you're wearing, your nuts in a twist if you're free ball. So that's not a node, mate. Come on, that's not a node. A hype project, a singular hype project. Yeah.
I love
A
how
lot of
you
hype.
use Crocodile Dundee.
Well, you had to, right?
That's awesome.
Australian. So yeah, we see a lot of projects coming out nowadays that have a lot of hype behind them, and I don't know, maybe they'll turn into something. I hope they do. On the surface, a lot of them are very, very shallow, but again, we'll see what happens. So yeah, a singular project unto itself is not really a node. That's not what it is. And that goes as far as, think of even big, massive projects like Portage Park. They don't call themselves a node. It's called the Portage Park Development Project, the PPDP.
I see them as a node.
Well, they don't call themselves as a node. They don't consider themselves a node. They are a project. If they branch out and do other things, which they kind of talked about a little bit, perhaps they'll evolve into a node. But by definition, nodes are nodes. That's where the terminology came from.
All right.
So yeah, that's not a node, mate. This is a node. So the way this whole thing came about was when we first came up with the, MTU was the start, right? So we know that MTU was just a project, and there were lots of other projects around at the time. Think of I think the very first one might have been Alamo Square, or, there was Team and his Visitation Valley and Merced Manor, Panhandle, Dogpatch. There was a whole bunch of these. That they're essentially projects, or some people refer to them as hoods or whatever. So, and that's what
Which is
Midtown
nothing
Terrace
wrong
was.
with that.
No, absolutely not. And that's what Midtown Terrace started out as. And then, somebody else came along and they had a full neighborhood that they wanted to develop in collaboration with Midtown Terrace. And that's where we got onto, and that's how I came up with the UDU concept. So it offers unlimited expansion potential.
Now, what if somebody doesn't know or didn't know what node meant and just liked you, Ben, and was like, I like Ben. I want to be like Ben.
There has been a lot of, partly we throw these terms out there and just expect people know the history, which, that's not the case. You have to be mindful of it. So just kind of putting this stuff out there.
Right.
And again, like you said, there's nothing wrong with singular projects.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with them. But,
And
to call it a node, it assumes that there's some association with other projects. That's entirely where it came from, the node map concept. Like the UDUs, at the moment, we only have properties available in the United States. Well, as soon as we get an international city, we're going to have another branch. There's going to be another entire new node branch come off, whether it be Asia, Oceania, South America, Europe, who knows. And even this one, like if it happens to be Toronto, we're going to have another branch that goes off to Canada, or, so.
That looks pretty.
So it's
Your
kind
little
of
poster. And for those who don't know Crocodile Dundee, the original quote was, "That's not a knife. No, that's a knife." Did I do it? Did I do it good?
Nah, that was
That's
pretty
not
bad.
a
But
knife.
yeah,
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
that was better. Yeah. So, but yeah, just putting that out there. So, as you can see here, loosely tied up, the UDU has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 node projects we're working on at different levels of focus and whatnot. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Bit of a rant, but yeah, it's more about just getting the history out there and the terminology and that sort of stuff. So if people say, why the hell do you call it a node? Well, this is why. That's clearly, if you look at any sort of, whether it be a medical terminology of what a node is, like as far as the branching of viruses and all that sort of stuff, it's exactly where it all came from.
Were you watching Upland videos and somebody like made fun of nodes again? Is this where this came from?
Nothing specific. It's just a lot of hype at the moment, and like I said, maybe that's me reflecting on the hype stage that we went through and all the drama that we've gone through. Like I did have somebody, I saw somebody reach out and say, look, I've got a node project and I need help with. So I've been in DMs with them a little bit and just, as I said to them, there isn't a single drama that you can think of related to a node project that the UDU hasn't already been through. So
this is true.
There's plenty of experience to offer there, and ways that we can help you hopefully avoid some of that drama, because certainly not fun, and it wastes a lot of time, energy, and resources. So.
How long have you been working on this thing? This is cute.
Oh, I told you I thought of this right before I went to work yesterday. So I had it in my brain all day at work, and then I got home and just banged it straight out. It was pretty easy.
That's cute. That's
Yes,
cute.
but yeah, the longest bit was to go and find some decent Crocodile Dundee images. That took me the longest.
I like the first one of his face. Oh
Yes.
yeah, Ben.
Yeah. That was all. Rant over.
Let's pour yourself a nice hot cup of Elijah. Elijah, how are you,
What
my
up?
friend?
I'm good. What up? How y'all doing again? I know y'all already told me you're doing good.
Good. I gotta ask before we start, is that natural design in your beard, or did you do it on purpose?
No, it grows naturally like that. It grows like
I love
that
it.
pattern.
I freaking love it.
Thank
It's
you.
like white, black, white. It's so like fancy.
There's something to it because mine goes grey right in the same spot when I grow it out. It's very strange.
I am starting to see it more, Ben.
I
Before
want to
it
say
looked like
Crocodile Dundee. Oh, sorry. I was going to say Crocodile Dundee is one of my favorite movies from back in the day, though. I've probably seen all of them. So I know his accent real good, real well.
Nice.
that's not a note. All right. How did you all right, first tell us about yourself, and then how did you get into the metaverse? Not even Upland, just in general.
Okay. To say it basically, I'm from Baltimore. You know, everybody knows that. You know, so not to say it plainly, I'm a technical person. I like gadgets and things like that. I was looking. I saw a commercial about the metaverse, and I think it was through Facebook. A lot of people saw it in December. And maybe Upland drew me in around that time. So I grabbed Upland and checked it out, and I thought I knew what I was doing. I jumped in there and jumped straight up to past the 100K mark. I missed all my FSA opportunities. You know, so I try to teach that, you know, when people come in, be careful, get the FSAs first.
And what do you do outside of the metaverse?
I deal in finance.
All right.
I deal in finance. I just finished this fundamentals of cryptocurrency class
Nice.
for work, actually. And the reason why I even mentioned that is because Upland uses so many terminology, so much terminology that's appropriate for the industry, like blockchain explorer. That has a whole nother meaning in the crypto world, and just different words like different words like that that Upland uses consistently. That also translates into other scenarios of cryptocurrency.
That's pretty cool. I used to work in Goldman, but I hated it. I hated it. I wasn't able to, because like people think Goldman is so great, but you're not really able to personally trade in there. They have so many restrictions. So when I finally got out of Goldman, I started working in startups. It was so much better and easier to start trading. But I'm a day trader, so we have that similarity. That's really cool. Are you like scooping up any low price crypto at the moment? Blood in the street?
I did grab some sheep. I had to treat myself to a little bit of ship, just a little bit. You know, just it dropped so low. I said, goodness. So
I know.
did grab a little.
It's like it's almost like a shame if people don't get a little bit of it. I got a Matic. I got myself a Matic. But that's cool. That's cool. So you found out through Facebook, you jumped in feet first.
Jump right in.
Screw that FSA. I have big plans. Now looking back, do you regret it, or did you get good properties? Like, would you, because a lot of the time people who know kind of like what they want and want to do will forego the FSA, and kind of like, do you regret it, or do you like the properties that you purchased?
No, I had to let a lot of them go because I bought a lot of marked up properties. So I just let them go for pretty much the price I got them. Some of them I took a little, I had to get them out of, I bought at a bad ratio. And I didn't mint anything when I was new. I didn't know about minting fresh props. So I had a buddy, he was on the phone with me. He was in Nashville. He started off in Nashville. I started off in Ohio. So we're on the phone. He's minting in Nashville because they have mintables there. He's like, man, it's green everywhere. So I pull up from Ohio. I pull Nashville up thinking I can mint from Ohio. So I'm buying secondary right with him.
no.
He's minting. I'm buying secondary. I'm like, oh, you got that one? I'm buying the green one right next to you. So I'm loading up on all of these secondaries thinking I'm minting. And that was lessons learned, man. You had to learn that's tuition you got to pay to the school of hard knocks.
Yes.
And that's what it paid, that tuition. Paid
That's
that tuition.
awesome. Did your friend make fun of you?
We always laugh about it because he was minting. He was minting fresh props. And I'm sitting there grabbing. They wouldn't let me. Someone was saying, out of range, but then there would be the dark green. And I'm thinking I'm minting.
If I was him, I'd put my mints at double price and just let you buy mine.
That was rough.
It's definitely, the learning curve is definitely way bigger now. That, like, when I started, because the San Francisco map was there was far more unminted properties than there were minted. So you would have to have really gone out of your way to buy something on the secondary market because it was just, everything was unminted. So yeah, I kind of feel for new players that get dropped in the city and they don't really know what they're doing and they click on something and it says you can buy it. Well, yeah, of course you're immediately going to think that's what you do. So yeah, ouch.
And Upland isn't helping because, so my husband plays, I made him, he hasn't played for 6 months. I made him because he changed tablets. So I made him upload the game onto the new tablet and he put the wrong username in. So it kind of like almost started him anew. And it was like, hey, best place for you to start right now is Oakland. And I'm like, Oakland? What? Yes, that's what it said. Best place to start right now is Oakland. So I'm like, X out of that, go into the right one, because he didn't remember which username he used. And yeah, like it should be the newest city, like either Detroit or Queens, because there's still so much mintable there. Or even LA.
Maybe they should drop you off in an unminted territory, the lowest cost unminted territory.
You're right. And then no one's going to do anything with 4,500. But if you could do it through, what is it, Bing? Where is this? I mean, not Bing, the one with the lion. I use it all the time, and I don't even know what it's called. Brave.
Yeah.
You go through Brave and you click the advert through Brave, you get 6,000 UPX. Which is,
and that can make a huge difference.
Yeah. So now you started in December, you made your mistakes, you're a better player for it, and you're starting new projects, which we need people like this because Upland is based on people with ideas, creativity. I personally love people starting, like I say nodes too. So Ben, I don't care what you say. I like it when people start node projects or communities. I think the game needs them. I think it's important for the game. Going forward, it's going to be the reason why non-collections get minted. It's going to be a place to go for events.
I think the difference is, like, some of these new projects are like, they're calling it a node, but all they're doing is trying to pump the price up to sell it.
Yeah.
That's not what it is. Where Elijah's come in, and from what I understand, he's immediately seen the benefits of, community aspects, and he's pulling people in. Yeah, that will, by definition, that's a node, because he's getting other people involved in the project and, looking to expand and work together. And as Cheese, we're always saying, it's, what did you say? It's doers and thinkers. Yeah. Well,
you got the doers and you got the thinkers.
The value is in the doing.
Yeah.
Anybody can have an idea. It's putting those ideas into action and reaching out to other people and getting other perspectives and that sort of stuff. That's where the real value lies.
And on that note, tell us more about the Real Node LA.
Okay. The Real Node LA is located in El Sereno, which is northeast of Los Angeles. So it's a neighborhood in El Sereno. The Real Node LA is its core. So it's a node actually by definition also, because I designed it in the same way that the blockchain, not, the nodes are described in the blockchain. It will have the core and it will have the webbing parts, different functionality, and all of them linking together as a greater unit. So, and eventually being able to continuously outer connect. So at the core of the real node LA, and it's actually called the core. If you read through some of the real nodes papers, we mention it as the core. It's 26 units. Those units are YouTubers. So that area is reserved for YouTubers only. So that area is specifically for YouTubers. I have to review their accounts. So it's really for the future. So we're building a community around a YouTuber's node. So the community that's around it, we call that the supporting community. That's full of all kind of cafe celebrities that we all know about, from Taji's comedy. Taji put a comedy club down there, Effin Smoke down there. You have OG with the magazine, Real Estate Nate. Quite a few people have actually put, and actually there's a the biggest property down there happens to be owned by Abdullah. So there's quite a few people in that area, and we're all gearing up, getting ready for the different meta ventures that are going to come out. So just thinking about racing is going to be a part of the real node LA. We have a track called the Ithaca Run race course. It runs right down the Vaquero Avenue, and the nitros kick in right at Ithaca Avenue. So it's a straightaway. It's called a sprint. And that race course is registered with the URL, the Upland Racing League, which is run by DAC. So I'm actually one of the race commissioners there. So we're gonna be having all kinds of things happen in that node. That is not a pump and dump area. Actually, when people buy over there, I always tell them, don't sell it. One of my buddies built people building houses over there. Don't sell it. Just hang on to it. It's priced for the future.
Now I'm looking at it. It's El Sereno, right? In
Right.
LA.
Yes.
There's a lot of properties open and still mint.
Let me give you an address: 2963 Vaquero Avenue, 2963 Vaquero, Vaquero. And that's one of the properties in the real node, and you'll be able to see how it's starting to lay out from that. Can you see it?
VIQUARO.
No. VA.
Oh, VA.
QU. Yes. VAQU.
Sorry. All right, let's see.
VAQUERO.
All right. Yeah. That's nice.
So from there, we're going to have live broadcasts. There's a Real Node LA movie theater. So with the Real Node LA movie theater, one of the purposes is for you to be able to see original movies there from original Uplanders. This is not movies that we got from Netflix. This is something that somebody went out and filmed themselves. So in my Discord, there's a channel laid out for all of the core members of the Real Node, and each one will have an address in the Discord, and they'll be able to feature their films.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Like
yep,
that.
and my first film is in there. It's from 10 years ago. I made a movie 10 years ago, and we had a movie night in the Real Node LA. I featured the movie through Discord. I played it on YouTube, and we just had an audience. We just kind of watched it, and it was cool to add a little interactivity in the metaverse.
Yeah. Well, I'm in your Discord, and I just purchased. Wait. Let me do this authenticator before somebody. I purchased 2914 Budao Avenue.
Uh-oh.
I got Effin Smoke right next to me.
There you go. You're in the node now.
I'm in the node.
Yeah. That's what's up. So
gotta do
we're gonna
it.
have it going on over there. We're gonna have the races going on. We have a fan zone, right? It's called the race zone, but it's really the fan zone. So it's a section of the Real Node LA where the racers will stay and a few select fans will stay.
All right.
it's going to be cool. We're going to have a fan of the month property for the biggest fan of the Upland Racing League. They'll have a race front property. It's going to be amazing.
Ooh, am I on the race front area?
So you're close to it. You'll be able to walk if you have VR, AR goggles. I think you may be able to just step right out and see the race going by. But it runs down Vaquero and then it turns on Ithaca Avenue. And the map is in the Discord of the actual race. But either way, you're within walking distance. You're within football throwing distance of the race.
All right, cool. I like that.
You see, F and Smoke just put up a building.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, F and Smoke right next to you. Yep. That's pretty cool. So you're doing it first by the street, and then do you see yourself expanding out as your community grows?
Oh, yes. And it's designed that way. It's designed to be scalable. So what we're going to do is get through this preseason, like a fire drill, see what worked, see what didn't work, and then we can scale it up. But we have to, this is the forecast, and we're going to put it to the test, and we're going to see what it can do.
Nice. I like
Good.
this.
Like you're not getting too far ahead of yourself. You're just, trying a few different things and see what happens.
Yeah, putting there's a lot of large properties in the real node LA as well that I purchased. I mean, quite a bit of UP2 size, and that's just in case we're going to be manufacturing in that area. We want to keep everything within walking distance, within short distance, so that this can be a convenient place to be in the metaverse. You come here, if you don't make this your permanent residence, then you'll just come, maybe you'll travel here and hang here, keep your block explorer here all weekend. That's the goal.
Is there any functionality, like if you're wanting to broadcast movies and that, I assume that's something you'd love to be able to do in the game. What other type of functionality that you're aware of that's coming out are you most looking forward to?
I think that's a good question. There's somebody in one of the real node races. His name is OG. OG is the one with the Upland Meta Creed magazine, but he actually has a track facing property that he built completely backwards. Now it's on the corner of Ithaca and Vaquero. You can see it is right where Ithaca makes like a 7 or something, but it's right at that intersection. He has a backwards facing property where when we get functionality that they have said, he'll be able to go in and we can meet up at his property and watch the races from his balcony. So that'll be phenomenal. And we'll be able to record aspects of the races from his balcony, because that's right where the nitros will kick in. We're going to be doing live broadcasts from there and from the movie theater, which is also the viewing center.
That's pretty cool. So you'll have like a swimming pool with the burgers and hopefully one of Ben's saunas.
You know how I see it with those glasses we were just talking about, the AR glasses. If somehow Upland is implemented with those AR glasses, then you won't need to go anywhere. You can be wherever you are, you put the glasses on, and then that turns into your Upland functionality. So you'd be able to walk out and be in the metaverse and see the races with those glasses on. So that's cool, man. That's gonna be cool. Nice.
That is cool. Oh, I wonder if like when I'm hoping a lot is going to be announced in this Genesis week. I'm even hoping to hear about STEM, but like with the racing, it's going to be a lot, so maybe they're going to kind of like stretch it out a bit. But in regards to like the glasses, I wonder if Upland will have their own kind of glasses that'll come out as NFTs, and you can turn in the NFT and get sent like glasses, like glasses inside sort of thing, like the Block Explorer inside. That would be cool. Upland.
200K UPX, 300K UPX. They're gonna want the 300.
Oh hell yeah! I'd pay it though.
Yeah.
I'd freaking pay it.
Full functionality, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm hoping these announcements are going to be I hope they're going to be the fulfillment of some of the many promises that have been made, rather than some new shiny thing.
I want new shiny things.
Yeah, they did
There's
say
so
that
much they haven't done.
just so we can, when the cars first come out, you'll be able to race them, but you'll be racing by yourself. So you'll be kind of ghost racing, or racing against the clock, something along those lines. But it won't be full racing functionality. So we'll take that time to run the cars and see what they could do, and see how the odometer is being affected by us running the cars, and just doing different analytics, getting ready, because we're all here early. We can't.
Yeah.
Now that they're bringing it out, we got to take every step.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's screaming for, why are we building? Give us a reason to build. If there's no announcement as part of Genesis Week of some sort of building functionality, like putting these buildings to use in some way, whether it be through rental or like the system we've had previously where you could enter the building and watch a video or display NFTs, there has to be some building related thing. Otherwise, that's going to be a massive missed opportunity.
There is, but like, are you in such a rush for, like, I'd rather us finish our nodes first.
Well,
I think that's coming. Everything that he's asking for, I think it's coming in the works. Just they've implied it, that it's coming to be able to go into buildings and things like that. Actually, I'm thinking maybe it's going to be when the cars come out and people are using them more. There may be like a spark drought where people are kind of holding their spark, and just kind of, it'll make the prices of spark skyrocket.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm hoping for too.
Yeah, people be holding there, and this is not financial advice. It's just my guess that most people will hold some spark just so they wouldn't break down anywhere and wouldn't have to rent spark to move their vehicle until they get an estimate on how much spark it costs to run through it. So during that period of gauging how long a spark lasts in your vehicle, people are going to be tight the spark.
That's clever, because I had the same freaking idea. Like, we're going to have the cars. You're going to have to use spark to fix them. You're going to have to use spark to manufacture them. You're going to have to use spark to gas them up. Metaventures are going to come out, outdoor decor, other stuff that's going to require spark to manufacture, and this and that. And then you're going to need the trucks to bring over the articles to the thing. That's going to cost money. It's just crazy how people they're not seeing this kind of stuff now. Like, I try my best to save up enough money to get one whole spark each time. Anybody can do it if you have properties like mint, sell it for fiat, wait, like, and you could get the spark through gameplay. Like, if you don't have the money, try your best to get it through gameplay. True.
That is absolutely true. There's a variety of different ways you can accumulate spark from the tours. Instead of trying to hold those sends, get that 0.01 spark. The daily login bonus is a minimum of a 0.01 spark. Standard hunts every single day is a 0.01 spark. So you will be aggregating quite a bit of spark if you did things step by step.
Yeah, I got 2 spark just from standards.
Wow, that's serious.
Yeah. Ever since they started, like, I know when they first started, I was talking about this in a cafe. They only offered 0.01, but they had the fountains, and every time you went to search, you knew exactly where to go, and then you would buy the property on that fountain, and then you didn't have to like spend your cents anymore. That's why they switched it all up. That's why now there are no more fountains, because people were getting too much spark, and then they did the tiers. But yeah, I made so much spark that event. I wouldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was just treasure hunting.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I have to give away. I think I have to give away Uplando's bloody send stacking thing. Like, I jumped on that bandwagon, and I registered for these tools and didn't do them so I can stack sends. But I'm just missing out on so much opportunity to earn spark. That's the trade.
It's not worth it. Those sends are expendable. The spark comes back to you. Those sends won't come back to you.
I
think
used
you're
the
right.
Sends to do more to do more standards.
Yeah, I think you did right. So yeah, I'm sorry, Uplander. I'm going to jump off the wagon and get back into some spark treasure hunting. I think. Yeah.
Well, how much do you have now in regards to Spark, Ben?
It's annoying. I've got 21.38, so obviously I want to get to 21.5. But if I get to 21.5, then I want 22, and then I'm going to want 25, and then once I get to 25, I'm going to want to round off to 30. So it doesn't matter how much you have. If you've got 0.08 spark, well, you're going to want 1. It's never enough, especially if you're building nodes and that sort of stuff. You can never have enough.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Sure.
right. You're right. I have 7.92. And so far this week, I found in standard chests 0.06. So I have 7.98. So I just need to find one more chest to make it a nice round 8.
Doesn't that make you feel better when you can round off the number? I just can't leave that
Absolutely.
number hanging out there like that.
But then you'll get one treasure and kick it over, and then you got to round off again.
Yep.
So I mean, it's never ending.
I'm so glad I got my properties in San Fran. Do you do any treasure hunting, Elijah, in LA?
Yeah, I treasure hunt all the time. I treasure hunt in LA a little bit. Not in LA mostly. That's a big city to treasure
Yeah,
hunt in.
it's huge.
But I goes out there and grabs the spot.
He's like, I ain't gonna tell you. I should like I bought a good amount of the Bronx because that's where I'm from. And that's where my node is. But I don't do treasure hunts there. I tried and it was easy. It was really nice, but it's like 0.01. And I just got so angry at that. And I just flew back to San Fran. That's where I do mine. I can't, for some reason, I can't do the event spark chest. Like I haven't got one. Not one. I only
Yeah,
do
it
the
can be
standard.
very frustrating.
It
Oh,
can,
yeah.
especially when you're in the red zone and it's pulsating, and then you hear that old man in your mind, oh, gotta be quicker than that, and then you go and it's gone.
It's gone.
So
Add another gray hair to the beard. Absolutely.
Mine come in right here, but I color them in.
Yes.
So do you have any NFTs for your node?
yes, the core of the node, anybody that joins the core of the node, the real node LA, they receive a unique luxury aerial NFT. That was actually something I took with a drone at a license, and I'm a licensed drone pilot. I've been licensed for a few years.
Oh wow.
So you have to be licensed with the FAA in order to make drone, any type of drone work that you're using to promote a business. You have to be licensed, Part 107. So I am licensed, and I pulled papers and clearances, airspace clearances to take the NFTs that I have. But there's some beautiful luxury aerial NFTs that each of the core of the real node members receive. They become moderators of the Discord, and that's pretty awesome.
That's nice. So where's the core again?
The core is 2963 Vaquero Avenue.
Oh, I see those houses there. Is it? But there's nothing to buy.
Yep, because those are not being listed. The reason being is because I have to make sure that the person buying it has a YouTube channel first. Because they're becoming a part of the real. They're just not a flip. This is not.
It's well named. It's the real node because he's doing exactly what we've done as well, which is implement a vetting process to make sure you're getting the right people in with the right mindset. So that's brilliant.
Appreciate it. Yep. So
I'm
not going to list them for sale. Once your channel gets approved, and then the building gets built, then you can put an offer in on it, and then it's yours. I create the Discord server link so that you put all your YouTube stuff in there, and when the utility comes in game, the whole point is that when we're walking around in the metaverse and we're in the real node LA, and you look over, you're like, that's the core. And in any of those houses that you go to, just by pointing, everybody will know where they're at. Each of the houses will have a YouTube video. So when you walk in, it will have some sort of YouTube interactivity in the house. So that'll be cool. You know, maybe it's somebody doing DIY, maybe it's somebody teaching you Upland statistics.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be tied to Upland or the Metaverse. It's just that you've got some kind of presence.
Right. It has to be. The only requirement is that it has to be a safe for work content. That's it. So it can be educational. It could be fun. It could be random.
So no cursing.
Right. As long as it's safe for work. You know, it's so you would think, because the Real Node LA is a fun and business atmosphere. You're going to have commissioners there and everything. You want it to be a nice area.
Well, we're out, Ben.
Yeah, we've got about 15 motherfuckers in our theme song. So
go ahead, get your
and you're gonna have children. You're gonna have children clicking on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People's children and stuff. So we want to make sure, and not judging you. And I'm sorry if you feel judged behind it, but you know, we want to make sure that there's a safe environment for work, safe for the family.
Absolutely.
We got Ben's kid coming up with his own show through us.
Yeah, my son has his own YouTube channel, so yeah, I can definitely dig it. He has Elias Family Channel, and so we do little science experiments and stuff. So I'm gonna bring him into it.
That's cool.
Yeah, my kid's been bugging the hell out of me. So I said, look, mate, you're not. Well, he's 9 years old, so he's old enough to do it, but I don't want to send him down that pathway just yet. But I said, look, if you want to do it, you can do it through the MBE kind of publishing thing, and that way I can keep an eye on what you're doing and, you know, what interactions you're having with people and that sort of stuff. So, I don't know. It'll be good. He'll be able to iron out all these bugs, so when he is old enough to run his own thing, he'll have a lot of experience under his belt. Just look at Cheese and I. Not that we're experts, but I was just thinking the other day, Cheese, that between the UDU podcast and the Whine and Cheese show, how many hours of online content would have we put together by now? It's bloody hundreds upon hundreds of hours. So
yeah. I don't even know. That means you're having fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just do it to have fun. So it's cool. It's probably why Upland's not asking us to be on their shows.
I don't know. Y'all show is gaining momentum. I watch it. I enjoy the show.
Yeah, you see. Are you in the MVE Discord?
What is the MVE?
The MVE is Metaverse Ventures Entertainment. So it's basically all of our stuff in one, and you you could check out the NFTs that I create, the NFTs Ben creates, and I do live art, so you could see how I put it together and whatnot. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you're gonna be an NFT because you were on the show. So every week I do a commemorative NFT.
Okay.
To kind of celebrate the guest, and I talk you through it like it's gonna be something that we both agree on. Like, I don't know if you saw Morecheeese, where he's in the coffee grinder and the thing is going down on him and it squishes him into his little poop coffees.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh wow, I'm gonna show you that.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like how you're setting up with your Discord server, where you can showcase other people's stuff. We did the same thing. I mean, we started everything out just as Upland Development United, the UDU, and we were publishing the weekly team meetings, but then we came up with the Whine and Cheese show, but we were kind of still publishing that under the UDU. I mean, this show is UDU, but it's not really kind of thing. And we came up with these other ideas for different shows. So that's why we came up with the MVE. It's essentially like the UDU is the umbrella branding for all of our nodes. Well, the MVE is the umbrella branding for all of the shows and things we want to do. It kind of, we could do any show that we wanted to, and it will still fall under that MVE umbrella brand sort of thing. So
that's Mossy getting to poop. Now,
that's pretty. That's nice there.
Thank you. I do all of the art. It's all pixel. It's just different layers. So if you look, I can't really put him. No.
Maybe we could talk about this too, because we've got in the habit at the moment now. Normally, to qualify for this free NFT, there's usually we drop some kind of mini little challenge that our listeners or watchers have to do. Is your Real Node LA Discord server, is that open to the public, fully open to the public?
All right,
Yes.
cool.
So you don't have to own a property in the Real Node LA to be a part of the supporting community. So yep, and anybody can join the supporting community and jump in for the movie nights and the different things we feature over there.
Nice. So there you go, sickos. That's a challenge for this week. Jump on over to Elijah's Discord, which the link will be in the description, and tag Morecheeese. And is your Discord name Elijah as well?
That's my Discord name is Elijah Judah. Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. So tag Morecheeese and Elijah and say that you saw him on the Whine and Cheese show, and you will get yourself whatever Morecheeese does up for Elijah's NFT. So
We'll see. I have to look through. It's Mossy talked about coffee and coffee presses and inviting us over for coffee, something. And I for some reason, I just pictured him inside a coffee press being crushed into his poop emojis. So I'll have to watch this back and see what we talked about. But yeah,
of course, if you have some ideas as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll
I like
have
those
all the
VR
links.
goggles and racing. I like the VR goggles and racing.
There you go. He's
Ooh.
VR goggles, racing. He was mentioning hoodies before too. There's something in there.
Yeah, we could do that. There was one, Ben's son was on the show, and it took me weeks. Oh, I wanted to make it perfect because he's a kid, he's ambitious, he's so clever. I wanted to make it perfect for him. So I did kind of VR version for him, and it came out so cool. Let me just see if I have a quick thing to show you. And it's all pixel. It's just different I found it. It's just different layers of it.
While you're getting that up, I'll just say that I've just checked in on the Mercedes Formula One car NFT. It's up to 135 Ethereum, so about 270,000. An hour and 20 minutes to go.
Well, this is the ending of the thing, but you can see the pixels as it gets close. So this is his son, and then he turns into a VR thing, and he has the goggles on. He's going into the metaverse, and it's opening up, and the buildings are coming up, and they're upgrading into a VR world, and then the spaceship comes. Boom.
Wow. You know what? That's off the hook.
Thank you.
Now you know how you're in the Real Node LA now. I'm opening up an NFT pretty much emporium where I'm gonna feature my NFTs and as well as some big hitters NFTs, and you might have to consign some NFTs up in the emporium.
Hell
Because
yeah.
that is ridiculous.
Hell yeah.
It's all
Yeah, you
about
gotta
making those
see.
connections.
You gotta
Yeah.
see, like I have a lot of these out. For every episode I have an NFT, except for the very first one. I let my little creations, she did the first one. I thought that was nice because she's a good artist as well. And yeah.
That's cool. That came out real nice. That was actually I wasn't expecting that.
Thank you.
that came out good.
Yeah, and each motion is a layer. So I had to create every single layer myself and just put them together one after the other.
And you had to animate it.
Well, yeah. Like I use GIMP. So like as you layer them, you kind of like see it moving as you put the new picture above the other. So I did it like it's almost like a cartoon, like how they take a picture of each page.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, represent Whine and Cheese.
Now, are you? Sorry if I missed it. Are you heading to LA for the big Genesis Week thing?
Me? No, I'm gonna give them support from Baltimore. I'm gonna probably make a video, talk about the Real Node LA, some racing, and talk about LA Genesis Week, but I'm not gonna make it out. I want to. There's a few people I know going. Effin Smoke going. Shout out to Effin. He's road tripping. He's driving.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna drive in too with my husband. We're right in Phoenix, so we could drive right up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Road
Yeah,
trip.
hell
the
yeah.
FOMO is starting to kick in. I remember back in the days when I used to do game development. There was a thing. I forget where they started. It was like a train game jam, and all these game developers would essentially hire out a full train. And I think it took 2 days to get to San Francisco for the big conference, the yearly conference down there. And they'd spend those 2 days, working together in teams, making games and this sort of thing. And always the FOMO just used to kick in so bad when people started talking about, yeah, I got my tickets and we got this and that booked, and they start talking about all the stuff. I'm like,
That sounds fun. That sounds
Yeah,
so
that-
fun.
I
looked really
definitely
fun.
was about to check prices. It
Yep.
kicked in. The fear of missing out definitely kicked in for me for it. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't go, but it was kind of last minute. So I'm gonna catch up with them next time. Hopefully they let me know a little bit early and I'll roll out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was easy for me because I checked the prices and I was like, whoa, that's just way too much from Australia. Okay, well, that's easy to forget about. Yes.
Yeah, and you got the three babies to tote, and the little lady. I mean, I
Yes.
couldn't imagine going without my husband. To be fair, like it wouldn't be as fun. It would be fun to meet all the friends and whatnot, but he's like my best friend. So
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going out without my family, but I'm pretty sure aside from my middle child, my wife and the other two kids, they'd probably prefer to go out in the road and lick rocks.
oh my
So-
god, oh my god.
What I would do is set up a Vegas trip. Like, let's go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Upland in Vegas.
Yeah, and,
Let's
and
go
book them a
see
show
that.
somewhere, and I'm just going to step out for a while. Yeah.
Vegas
I'll get
happens
changed in
easy.
the bathroom. Yes. What could possibly go wrong?
That's hilarious. Oh my
Mm.
god, the Ben trap instead of the parent trap. Wait, I had more questions. Geez, Ben,
What's
take over.
What's some other things that you're looking forward to? Like you've mentioned racing, and obviously there's in-game functionality and that. Is there anything else like within the Upland roadmap or like a brain fart that you might have had? What would you love to see in Upland?
Within, I think they're sticking to the roadmap to a certain degree from time to time. Obviously, I want to be able to sell you to NFTs, kind of similar to Cheese, I think, and being able to bring NFTs into Upland is in the roadmap, and I'd like to be able to do that. Bring my own wax NFTs from wax, because I have a nice collection on there. I got my collection whitelisted.
Nice.
Thank you. I got it whitelisted through them, so I'd like to be able to offer that as NFT artwork, so that when you get utility, you can hang up my aerial drone photos in your Upland house, and when you come in there, you're seeing this nice aerial drone photo, and you look over and see Morecheeses, animations moving all colorful. That'll be some nice things to have inside of your home. That'll shock your guests. So
we could
I'm
collaborate.
definitely looking forward to being able to.
We could
Say it again, I'm
collaborate.
sorry.
We could collaborate. Like
Yeah,
you could take some
definitely.
drone photos and send me, and I could kind of like make them move and put my pixel art in there, because I'm
Okay.
really good with that. I don't do Photoshop because I learned GIMP before that, because it's free. Anything free is good for me. So, but I'm pretty good at it, so I could experiment and play around with it. So that would be fun. Yeah.
That sounds like a plan. Y'all in the real Node LA now. Y'all here.
Hell yeah.
Part of the squad. So definitely, we in the future, I'm looking forward to a variety of different things. Like I was watching Dirk's interview on Twitter that he released. He released a recent interview, I want to say yesterday, or the day before yesterday, but it was a interview. And the first thing he kind of let in with was he said, that show Ready Player One? I'm like, oh, so he know what time it is. He know what we're looking for. he know what time it is. So just by him leading in with that, you ever heard of Ready Player One, and just saying that Upland will be using your day-to-day life. And that's what I figured. I mean, the internet is using our daily life. You imagine at work now, and if your internet goes off, the office may close. If your network is down, you have no security, the cameras go down. So the internet is a powerful thing. So Web3 is going to get infused, and the old Web2 is going to get bumped out. And he was, I could see it, you using it in your daily, every day.
Speaking of Dirk, I just want to show you something real quick.
I saw that. I clicked the like on it when it was in a cafe. You killed him with that one.
He didn't share it. Dirk, come on. I love you. Please. Dirk, come on.
I'm going to find it on Twitter and click the like button. I saw it in the cafe. I didn't know you tweeted it, though.
Yeah, he followed me. It's funny. I didn't know who he was. And then I looked into it and I'm like, oh, crap. This is like one of the founders. This was a while ago when I first made my Morecheeese wax thing and I put some things up. And I followed him back. And now, like, he'll like some stuff of mine. He liked this, but I would really like a retweet, Dirk. And Upland, thank you for liking it as well, but retweet it, please.
Dirk, go ahead and retweet that, man. Retweet that thing. That came out nice.
I remember the question I wanted to ask you. So it's a two-parter. Are you interested in being a MetaVenture owner? And if so, which MetaVentures are you looking forward to getting into? Is it something that already exists or something that you're wanting to exist?
So the answer is yes. And as far as I want to be in both. So if there was an opportunity to be a Block Explorer shop owner and it didn't have a 55 Block Explorer requirement, then I would definitely, because I got halfway through the Block Explorer shop application and then I just happened to notice that detail where you needed 55 Block Explorers. I'm like, come on.
I heard a lot of people got through without them.
Oh no, I didn't hear that. I guess I should have I should have tried. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. I can't even hate on them if they got through. So I guess I should have went on ahead and pushed that.
Yeah, it would have been cool. Like, are there any Block Explorer shops in LA currently?
There aren't any in the real node LA.
You're breaking up a little bit.
In there I'm sorry. Am I back?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard me say?
There aren't any yet in the real node LA.
Okay. All right. So there aren't any Block Explorer shops in the real node LA yet. But when they are, they're going to be off the hook because these are going to be unique Block Explorer shops that's going to have Block Explorer races. One thing for the future is that they said we'll be able to put licenses on the Block Explorers. So we want to have Block Explorer shops on the race car track that's selling Block Explorers with licenses, ready to go, ready to ride.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Ben, you got anything?
No, I guess are you aware that there was in-property video functionality way back in October 2020?
What do you mean by in-property video functionality? Help me understand.
So for Halloween in 2020, you could send to a building in Upland, you could enter the building and you could watch a player submitted video within the building.
Wow. And what went wrong?
You tell me. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't pursued that. It was supposed to be used again Christmas time this year. They put the call out for player submitted videos, and for whatever reason, they didn't use it. So, yeah, it's functionality that we had and that we used very successfully. It was a really awesome thing, and then they haven't appeared to do anything with it since. That kind of goes back to my point of I want to see them fulfill some of the promises and things that they've done before anything new and shiny. So
I feel you on that one. I made a statement in saying that I kind of curved my appetite in properties. I will snag some props here and there, but I'm not aggressively eating. I wanted to become an executive during this Spark Week. So I did go become executive during the Spark Week, but now it's like, all right, I have more than 100 properties, more than 400 properties. So I can't do anything with these 400, this first 400. What am I going to be able to do with the 500 property or the 1000th property? So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm ready for utility. Things are going to change drastically. But they did encourage me with this hackathon, is making me think that somebody's going to come in there and press for different levels of utility. I even playfully threw my hat in the bag to see if, to see what happens. I can do a little bit on a computer. We can see how it go. But I really want some of the big hitters to get in there and get us some good utility that's easy, something quick, click it, and then it brings up a website of your choice, anything.
Absolutely. And that's a really good point to make, actually. That hackathon, it does bode very well for the future, I think, because we know there's so much talent in the community, and giving them the opportunity to showcase some of that, yeah, is going to be very beneficial. But I think you're the prime example of the type of player that's really going to make this game be successful, in that you come in very quickly. It seems that you've seen the potential here and you've made plans surrounding that, and everything you're doing is, action to support those ideas and those plans. So yeah, that's super cool. What are some other ways, like you've mentioned, like your NFTs and that sort of stuff? What are some other ways that you think you personally can bridge the gap between the kind of the in-game metaverse side and real world, whether that be through hobby projects or business or anything like that?
I think eventually in the future, when we have that full NFT utility, kind of like what you were mentioning earlier, I think we'll all be selling NFTs that correlate to something in real life. So maybe if you're a t-shirt person, you may sell t-shirt NFTs, and then that person gets the NFT, obviously representative receipt of the product, but the real product is coming its way. And then you have the receipt, which is the NFT, to show, what product is coming and that you should be receiving a product. So I think that'll be, common in the future. I don't think that, I think your product is going to be what makes you strong. Obviously the NFT is going to have to look nice, but the actual product that people receive is going to be what counts. And that's going to be how we're going to interact with each other. That's what this whole NFT blockchain space is cutting out the middleman. So if we're cutting out the middleman, we're kind of interacting with each other, and we have to figure out ways to do that a lot of times.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like people always kind of compare Upland to other of these metaverses, but none of those other metaverses have a community like ours, have talent. Like, I'm just amazed by what people put together within this like Upland, and kind of like bring things to life. Like, it's crazy. I love it.
This space brings to light that saying, love thy neighbor, because you see a lot of people loving each other in this space. Like, and what I mean loving each other is actually helping each other out the way that they want to be helped out. When you're new, people are dropping spark on you left and right. Just people are helping each other out in this space, and you can easily come across it, and it makes you want to help out somebody. You're sitting in line waiting to help out a new person, just because you got to pass it on.
Can we expect some Real Node LA merchandise?
Absolutely. We have a YouTuber, Blue Rain, from Zarina YouTube channel, but she makes Upland t-shirts. So she's building her t-shirt company in the Real Node LA.
I just gotta show off my MVE.
That's a cool shirt.
Hell
Who made
yeah.
the shirt?
Redbubble, but my husband actually works for a place called Printed Mint and says he could do better. So I'm making I have business cards that I'm going to Vegas. So I'm bringing business cards, I'm bringing pins, I'm bringing buttons, I'm bringing like little grab bags with stickers. I'm going to put them on like little books and whatnot. And I have a t-shirt that I'll have MVE for one day, and then I'll have U2U podcast for the other day that I'm there.
Hey, that's cool. I need me some Upland merchandise. Something cool for Upland. Something with a llama on it. Some nice colors in the llama.
Well, the UDU one has the llama on it.
that's
Our
slick.
UDU one, we have what's his name?
Screw.
Not Screw. What's the llama that D-Tech created?
The Upland llama.
It's our own. Ben, wake up.
What is it? Meffy.
Effie.
Yeah, Meffy.
Let me see. Talk while I get this up.
Yeah, no, we've come up with a couple of different iterations for our logo because we had an original one and then some other project decided they were just going to use that as well without even reaching out. So
Shade.
they just decided they were going to copy all our branding for their branding.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's amazing the lengths that some people are willing to go to.
Instead of
rough.
copying.
I'll just have to weld it together. And we're back.
Worst show ever. All right, hold on. I got to show this. This is because
I've done that so many times. Press stop record instead of share screen. Yeah.
this is
That's Meffy.
That's all right. That got a 2 Chainz vibe to it.
Hell yeah. We got our
That's
coat, we got our chain. He's
we've-
nice and like tough. He's not
He's got
like
his black metal corpse paint
Kind of
on.
like that.
Yeah,
So
right?
we kind of jokingly refer to this as Miles's his older stepbrother who's trying to convert him to the dark side. We did do a side by side comparison of goofy looking Miles with his monocle and this dude, and it's pretty funny to see them side by side.
And this is Michelle. This is the sister. This was our original mascot that we created. Well, Screw created our logo, this beautiful logo. Oops. And the Michelle. And so they're kind of like brother and sister here. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
Very,
no,
very
artwork there.
yeah, branding is very important, and that art was done on
By
the right, and the
D-Tech.
background was by a very good friend D-Tech, and you're going to see a lot of very cool things coming out from him with the outdoor decor shop that we're working on as well. So
Yes.
keep your peepers out for that. He has been working on one very cool one recently. Yeah, Surfing Samurai. There you go. I'll give you that. I'll give you that tip. That hint.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Cheese, I think we're good to go. Unless there's anything else you wanted to tell us about Elijah or anything you wanted to mention.
I just, we're excited about races. Shout out to the Upland Racing League and to the Real Node LA and the Ithaca Run. The Ithaca Run is going to be a cool track. So we're going to have fun, man. We're going to have a good time, and I'll see you over there. I'll see you in the Discord.
Hell yeah, I'm always in the cafe. You know me.
Fun. That's what it's all about. And we really appreciate your time today jumping in with us and
Yeah, thank you so much.
helping
All right,
us to
cool. Thanks for
learn
having me.
more
Good time.
about what the Real Node LA project is all about. And of course, yourself.
Thanks. I had a good time. I guess I'll catch up with y'all next time. And y'all show, I hope it goes all the way up.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
All right. See y'all later.
Should I sign us off, Ben?
Yep.
Get out of here.
Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up.
Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get up, get right. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get up, get right. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky.